For some drivers, speeding isn't a mistake, it's a pattern. And now, as more states try to rein in the worst offenders, Maryland is considering a bill that would actually prevent the most reckless drivers from exceeding the speed limit.
Yeah, this in the wake of numerous deadly incidents involving dangerous driving. Here's our senior investigator, Lisa Fletcher.
I remember walking across the street.
Deborah O'Garo Kelly was just trying to get to the post office with her husband. Then, she says, while crossing in a Washington, D.C. school zone, she and her husband, Alton, were hit. She survived. He did not. The driver fled the scene, but not before dragging Alton 900 feet, the length of 3 football fields. It took 10 months before he was arrested and charged with, among other things, reckless driving, going at least 20 miles an hour over the speed limit or showing conscious disregard for the safety of others.
I just feel numb. I feel like I'm in a world, but I feel numb. I feel like, this man stole my life. Like, it's sad that a human being can get ran over like they're a piece of trash. And I wish I could have saved my husband.
But she was unconscious, her back, pelvis, right leg, and left hip broken. A month in the hospital, 4 surgeries, and counting.
It changed my life tremendously.
Pedestrians are at more and more danger the faster a car is going because it's going to hit them with more of an impact.
Kathy Chase is the president of Advocates for Highway and Auto Safety. A traffic study identified the stretch of road where Deborah and her husband were hit as one of the most dangerous due to frequent speeding.
We've all had an experience of someone flying by us on a roadway and thinking, we're at risk right now. One little slip of a steering wheel and I could be killed, and that's terrifying.
So now, some states are trying a new approach for the worst offenders. Technology that stops a car from speeding. We took a drive with Brandy Nanini of Smart Start, which makes one of the devices.
What it does is it controls the accelerator, and once the person is trying to speed over the speed limit, it will stop you.
Once her car hit the limit, it started beeping and stopped accelerating.
I'm flooring it right now.
So if the driver won't slow down, the car will.
Your right to speed shouldn't interfere with someone else's right to live.
And the need isn't hard to see. In Maryland, Montgomery County Police Sergeant Patrick Koepp lost both legs after investigators say a serial speeder going more than 100 miles an hour hit him on the I-270. In Northern Virginia, 15-year-old Annie Vu and her grandmother were killed on Christmas Day when a pickup going more than 100 miles an hour slammed into their family's minivan. And in Washington state, a teen driver going 112 miles an hour ran a red light and killed a mother and 3 children. The driver who hit Deborah and her husband ultimately pled guilty to just one charge of leaving the scene and got 180 days in jail and a $100 fine.
If I can't get justice one way, can I get it this way of getting these lawmakers to pass the bill of these, the speeding? It has to stop.
At least a dozen states are actively considering laws that would require speed limiting technology for repeat or extreme speeders. And our region has really been at the forefront of this, Michelle, with DC's program rolling out any day, and then Virginia's program is going to roll out July 1st.
Gosh, when you hear these stories, it really breaks your heart because this is something that is avoidable. And I know you mentioned Maryland. Maryland is not far behind. What's going on there?
So Senator Jeff Waldstreicher has a bill to establish a pilot program in Maryland. It's moving through final stages. It could pass as early as tomorrow. And I'm told it's significant because if all 3 DMV regions have laws, that could influence new laws elsewhere because we'd have the first regional data about the effectiveness of these devices.
That's a big deal.
It is, yeah.
And soon, so we'll be monitoring it.
Absolutely, we'll keep you posted.
All right, Lisa, thank you as always. And to see more of Lisa's investigations on topics that directly impact you and your family, go to WJLA.com. Josh?
Well, Michelle, DDOT shares data on the more than 200 speed cameras placed in the district. So far in fiscal year 2026, one camera, just one, on 295 has issued more than 43,000 speeding tickets. Cameras on Kenilworth and Mass Ave issued more than 30,000 tickets each. But a DDOT official tells our news partners at WTOP the city has seen a noticeable decrease in speeding. The majority of tickets in D.C. are from Virginia and Maryland drivers. Virginia makes up 29%, D.C. 18%, Maryland and is 40%. 13% of the tickets are for drivers from outside the region.